A new anti-gay law is on the table in Uganda, and a practice of what's called corrective rape against lesbians is sweeping across South Africa, both making the continent an emerging hotbed for anti-homosexual action and debate. We bring you perspectives from the Rachel Maddow Show, the Young Turks, Sky News, and ABC News. First, the proposed law in Uganda threatens years of jail time for being gay or not reporting someone who is. The crime of aggravated homosexuality carries an even heftier penalty: execution. Rachel Maddow sarcastically brings us the response of Dr. Scott Lively, an American anti-gay activist who responded when her show asked him for comment on the legislation.
Dr. Lively explained that the impetus for the bill was a lot of external interference from European and American gay activists attempting to do in Uganda what they've done around the world: homosexualize that society. One of their main concerns, explained Mr. Lively, are the many male homosexuals coming into the country and abusing boys who are on the streets. So, I mean, can you really blame them? I mean, of course Uganda wants to execute people for being gay. Maybe a little harsh, but it's a normal reaction to all this pressure that they've been getting. Can you blame them?
The Young Turks say there's a surprisingly direct connection between the proposed Ugandan law and American lawmakers. They say the evangelical Christian group of American lawmakers known as the Family has been supporting the Ugandan push.
Well, guess who's backing Museveni and Bahati, the two politicians pushing for this law in Uganda? You guessed it, the Family. Bahati is the main organizer for the Family in Uganda. He leads their prayer breakfast, and he is the guy that they have been pushing. And in fact, they think Museveni is great, the president, and the Family's been backing him as well, saying he's a model for Africa.
And now we shift from Ugandan law to South African lawlessness. A practice known as corrective rape has come on the scene in an outburst of violence against lesbians. Supporters of the act interviewed by Sky News say it's supposed to teach the lesbians a lesson and make them real women.
Do you think it's okay for a woman to be raped if she's a lesbian, to teach her a lesson? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I mean, at some point, they need to be taught a lesson.
But rape is against the law and it's a violent crime.
It's not even about teaching them a lesson. It's just making a point.
What point?
You're a woman. You're a woman. You need to behave like a woman.
ABC News interviewed a member of the South African Human Rights Commission who says the attitudes behind corrective rape translate not only to other citizens, but also to the South African government.
Of homophobia and distrust and hatred and the demonization of gays and lesbians is as high as what it is. It would be naive to assume that that kind of consciousness doesn't exist within institutions of the state.
So what do you think? Are the Ugandan law and rapes in South Africa indicative of a larger issue? And what, if anything, should be done by other world communities to address homosexual issues in Africa? I'm Ryan Takeo for Newsy.com. Multiple sources, the real story.